Are you one of the companies that's losing tons and tons of money due to inefficiencies or due to not really understanding how to create content that is developing an ROI for your business? Hi, I'm Don Perderman on VeilTheWeb.com, and today this is a really serious problem that many of you are struggling with out there, and I know it because I talk to you every single week. There are these struggles between, well, what kind of content do I put on my website? What should my website look like? Should I create landing pages? Should I be blogging? Should I be doing content marketing and guest posting on other sites? What exactly should I be doing for my business? Because there's so much to do, I don't even know where to start, and I know I'm becoming inefficient in my business as a result of this. I know that I'm probably one of those businesses who is bleeding $958 million into the marketplace due to these inefficiencies. In this particular study that I came across, it's interesting, and I'm going to look at my screen real quick. One of the things it said is that one of the biggest problems people have is finding ideas for engaging content. I know this is a huge problem because I see it all across the web. I see bland articles. I see broad articles. I see blog posts that just say nothing, mean nothing, help nobody. And it's attracting, maybe for you, all of the wrong people. I mean, I see a lot of people getting a lot of traffic to their websites, and the traffic that they're getting doesn't do anything for them. Why? Because it's the wrong audience. And what's happening is that in your inefficiencies, you're unintentionally creating content that isn't serving the people that you really want to serve. And it's just craziness. It's just a bunch of crap that you're even going through this. I can imagine how you feel right now because I'm that guy who used to feel exactly what you feel. I'm that guy that 5-6 years ago was creating content that I could drive a lot of traffic to a website and have absolutely nothing to show for it, except a lot of time and a lot of money bleeding out of my checking account as a result of the time that I could have been doing something more profitable. I know some of you are feeling that. I know some of you are feeling like the blogging is a complete and total waste of my time. I've got other things to do in my business that can make me more money. And right now, you're right. But here's the challenge that you're faced with. What other marketing mechanisms are you using that are going to generate income for you at such a level over a consistent period of time that are going to fuel your sales funnels? Wow, it works. What tools are you using that complement what you're doing offline? If you're going to networking events and you're talking with somebody who says, you know what, I'm going through this or I'm going through that, and you realize, you know what, I wrote a blog article 3 months ago on that. Hey, can I send you that blog article link? See, you can take and use so many of these different tools in so many different ways. All online, all offline, combining offline with online. That you have this tool at your disposal that's working for you 24/7 in all different ways, but it has to be done right. Otherwise, you're going to be one of those companies who are in the mix for this $958 million inefficiency loss out there. And you know that you're wasting your time. You know you're wasting your money. You know that all of this real estate that you're creating online just does absolutely nothing for you. So why bother? Why even mess with it, right? Well, let me show you today a quick way that you can take and create content that is a complete game changer for you. And here's how you do that. Number one, you want to understand the tangible values that people experience and how they feel about that experience. This is looking at the end in mind. What does a whole process look like from a customer from the first time they meet you to the time that they've already purchased from you and they're experienced your product or your service? Number two, what are the specific problems that you're solving for each tangible value? And then number three, who are the specific people that you're solving each one of those problems for? And I don't mean that type of high-level, targeted, broad audience, like I'm looking for a company that makes this much money, and I'm looking for a person that's 44 years old and is married and has 3 kids. That's not what we're talking about. That's broad. I'm talking about getting really, really specific for your targeted audience. For example, one of my target audiences right now would be the person who's watching this video at this point. You're probably that person who is so fed up with trying to figure out how to make money that you don't even know where to start anymore. And everybody keeps telling you you should be blogging. Maybe you've been blogging and it's not working for you. Maybe you've got landing pages on your website. Maybe you're creating content on your social media and everything you do just falls flat. Or you get a whole bunch of people that would love to do business with you, but they can't afford you. Or you got a great business and everything is humming offline. You're a $20 million a year company. You're a $50 million a year company. But for whatever reason, everything falls apart when you go online. Well, let me share with you why. It's because the internet is not designed to be a mass marketing tool. It is a tool that is designed specifically for one person with one problem and in need of one solution. When people go to Google and they put in a search query, they don't search broadly. They don't say, I'm a 44-year-old guy who wants the broad answer to this problem. Nobody searches like that. But that's how we're creating content. Instead of creating content that is appealing to a broad audience where you may get a lot of web traffic, but not one person fills out a form, not one person calls your place of business, but not one people shows up in your shop or your retail store. That's not what we're after. We're after that 20% of all that traffic that's getting to your website who's able, willing, and ready to buy from you right now. Or maybe there are people that have access to that audience and they want to network with you because they see that you're creating such incredible value that you can help somebody in their audience, or maybe you can help them, right? So you're after that 20%, and how are you going to find them? You got to get really specific, folks. Your content has to be so engaging and so relevant that it feels like someone's going to say, oh my God, you're talking to me. Is that where you're at? Are you talking to people in such a way that they're saying to themselves, that's me. That's what I'm going through. If you're not, then you're missing the boat and you're inefficient. And you're one of those companies in that particular study that's bleeding all of that money. And you're wasting all of that time. You don't have to do that anymore. There are people out there like me who can help you with this problem. I can help you learn how to be so specific and so targeted that you're creating content that's so relevant that it doesn't matter if it's online or even offline. What if you could walk into a networking event and somebody asks you a simple question and you give a simple answer and they say, tell me more. Can I buy you right now? I had a lady at a networking event just recently pull out her credit card right there on the spot and say, let's go, Dawn. I'm ready. I need this. This is exactly what the problem is that I'm experiencing. Are you ready for that kind of engagement? Are you ready for that kind of a customer? Are you ready for that kind of result? If you are, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to unveiltheweb.com. Go to the Begin Here page. You can look at what do all of these studies mean for you and your business, which we've already outlined. I mean, when you realize that over 50% of people that come to an average website leave it immediately because of a lack of message, we know there's a problem. That's probably the same problem you're having. And it's the same problem whether you're online or you're talking to someone on the phone, you're talking to someone in person, it doesn't matter. These problems are all interconnected. So what if we could tie all the knots together and create such a compelling, inspiring message for you that you have no choice but to create that content and your audience has no choice but to respond? If that's where you're at, then go to that website today at unveiltheweb.com. Go to the Contact Here page. Message me. If that doesn't work for you, just email me at don@unveiltheweb.com. Tell me your story. I'd love to hear it. And let's get together on a call and let's talk for just a little bit. Absolutely free. Doesn't cost you a penny to talk with me. And let's figure out where you're really struggling in your message, because if you don't get the foundation of your business right in your message, everything else follows it. And that's the problem that you're already experiencing, whether you know it or not. So let's figure out together how to get you to be one of those businesses that go, holy cow, this works for me. Blogging's amazing. Landing pages are amazing. Networking offline is amazing. Everything I'm doing is amazing because I'm connecting with the people who are able, willing, and ready to buy from me.